nigga forfeit. Yeah, cause I'm the realest. Hey, niggas talking short shit. Nah, I need $1 million.
Big stepper, yeah, bitch, I be steppin'. Coolin' kit with the flip switch, bitch, that's the weapon. No drama.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access.
This legend bring them sounds in one time.
I'm hard, and we got you. And that's it, man. Go purchase Big Pat Sports Talk merch and support the family, man. And welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you for your support. What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access. And the New York Giants defeat the Detroit Lions 14-3. And I have to say, even though the score was 14-3 in kind of a dominating fashion, after previously beating up on the Lions and they were throwing fisticuffs in the previous joint practices, the Giants bring that energy into the preseason with the first preseason game and beat them 14-3. Now, some notes going on in this game is that the New York Giants run game, yes, the New York Giants run game was dominant today, or tonight. They got 155 yards on 27 carries, averaging over 5 yards a carry, especially Mr. Eric Gray having a big 50-yard touchdown run and getting some pretty good catches out of the backfield in the screen game. I was very impressed with the Giants run game against the Detroit Lions in this game, man. It's like, I think we only have like 2 really bad negative plays when it came to the run game where we were stopped in the backfield for like a 1-yard loss or maybe only a 1-yard gain. But for the most part, just with the running backs, first Tyrone Tracy jumped it off. He was getting some very good runs. He was pushing forward. He was actually pushing the power forward, which me here with the Big Blue Crew did not believe that they can actually push the power forward with the running backs that we do have, because we do not have a bigger, powerful back as a runner. But Tyrone Tracy proved that he's more than just a shifty guy. He was hitting the hole, and he was pushing the power forward on a couple of runs. He had a very good couple of runs, man. He jump cut, get through the hole, hit somebody, and pushes forward for yards. He averaged over 5 yards a carry, and he did very well. He looked as shifty. He looked like he wanted to be the running back too. And then you had Eric Gray come in, 50-yard touchdown run, a huge screen play, a huge play out the backfield as far as receiving. He showed his receiving prowess and his running prowess, and he dominated the game tonight. He was actually the offensive player of the game in my mind, and he just looks like a different back. He looks faster. He looks more spry. He looks more confident. He showed that he's a one-cut runner as well. You hit the hole immediately, and he didn't waste any time getting those yards, and he pushed forward for extra yards, getting a 1-yard touchdown run. And he just looked good tonight. He looked like he wanted to be the running back too. A lot of people were forgetting about him, and a lot of people were turning the focus towards other running backs because they believed that he wouldn't be a back that's serviceable for this team. And he showed that he can be serviceable behind the offensive line that actually opens a hole for him. He bursted through that hole on that 50-yard run, and he took it to the house. He made a couple of people touch earth, and he got Boogie into the end zone. He showed some deep speed. And so he got 2 touchdowns tonight. He actually put up the only 2 touchdowns in the game. He put up the points for the New York Giants tonight. So, hey, Eric Gray was my player of the game. And not to be shown up, last but definitely not least, was Turbo Miller. Turbo Miller has speed, and he actually knows how to do a one-cut and get up the field and get those yardage. This is something that the New York Giants need to build upon in the next preseason game. And let's see what we can do with the run game against the Texans in the preseason game too. But so far, so good for the Giants in their run game, which is absolutely surprising because a lot of people believe that our run game will not be very good this year. And I mean, you have cause to believe that. But they showed out. They showed up and showed out tonight, had over 155 yards. And carried this team to a victory, literally, because our pass game was obsolete. And then speaking of the pass game, hey, look, Our offensive line did create a lot of pockets for the pass game today for DeVito and Drew Lock, and I'm extremely proud of them. They run block very well, and they pass block for the most part pretty good. They only gave up 2 sacks today, and gave up a couple of pressures, but hey, that's to be expected. We were the worst offensive line in the league last year, so that's to be expected. But they actually held their own. They were creating very good pockets. They were creating pockets for people to step up, and for the quarterbacks to step up, and they were delivering some passes. We didn't have a bunch of passing yards. Our passing game didn't look very dynamic today, but that's to be expected. It was the very first preseason game, so it is what it is with that. But the run game definitely came through for the Giants tonight. Speaking of the Giants that impressed defensive-wise, I am very impressed with Chapman, Drew Phillips, Tyler Newbin, Ben Whitley. I think I said Deontay Johnson. Mual made some plays. Trey Hawkins made some plays. Drew Phillips made some plays in the backfield. And it was a defensive tackle number 91, Rogers. Those guys showed up to play tonight. And they made plays. Rogers was playing like his hair was on fire. He was getting in there. Chapman with a sack. Deontay Johnson with a sack. Ben Whitley with 2 sacks. And a forced fumble. We did get an interception from Trey Herndon, and then he fumbled the ball right back to him with his crazy self. Just step out of bounds. But those guys on defense, we showed that we can stop the run pretty well today. And Johnson, hey, look, we might have a third linebacker that's actually pretty doggone good and may want to contend for a starter spot if McFadden is injured. If McFadden gets injured, I am totally fine with Deontay Johnson being there because he showed speed. He showed awareness to get through the hole, to make tackles. He was in the backfield all night tonight. Man, he was doing great. And he would have been my defensive player of the game if Ben Whitley wasn't getting in there and making some plays, man. He got 2 sacks. He's showing some speed off the edge. He actually looked a little bit more impressive than Ojulari tonight, who may have not been going up for 100% because he is considered like a starter. But this defense showed up well, and their red zone defense was absolutely amazing today. I think they got down in the red zone like 3 times and didn't come up with any points because we held them 4 down straight right on the goal line. For three tries, they couldn't get it in there, man. So this defense played very well. I'm super proud of them. And yes, it's only the preseason, but hell, they did a very good job against similar competition. They were playing against the 2s and their 2s. They were playing against the 3s and their 3s. So I'm very impressed with the way this defense played tonight. And I'm proud of them, man. But Deontay Johnson, Whitley, and Drew Phillips, and Newbin made some plays as well. And Rogers and Chapman. We got some guys that is looking like they are actually some pretty good depth pieces. And we can bring them in a couple of rotations. So very extremely proud of them. Way to go. Way to play. Way to show up against a team that's that has Super Bowl aspirations, to show them that, hey, we're not going to lay down. We're not going to let you run over us like you did last season. Not only will we beat you up in joint practice, we will beat you up in the preseason game, only allowing a field goal for the whole game. And to be honest with you, they really didn't give that up because guess what? The QB1, like a lot of people were saying, Drew Lock played awful today, and he threw an interception that got them their 3 points. So that's where I'm getting to my disappointments. My disappointments is Drew Lock. Man, you're a 5 to 6 year veteran. You got to play better than that when you come in there. And I'm sorry, everybody's gonna harp on me. Oh, what about DJ and all this? Hey, look, Drew Lock, you came in there against the 2s, and you came out there and you did a number 2. So you're gonna have to get better in the very next game. I'm quite sure they're gonna give you some snaps in the very next game because you were outplayed by DeVito. We didn't have anything going when you were in there. When DeVito came in, we got 2 touchdowns. So it is what it is, man. That's my biggest disappointment for this game tonight. And another disappointment that I have is actually with Javarius Owens. He just wasn't his intense self tonight, man. But hopefully he gets that together together. Darnay Holmes and the other Holmes guy were getting attacked. That's the reason why they were getting in the red zone, and we had to stop them in the red zone. Ojolari, I need you to play with a little bit more fire under your tail. Hey, Boogie Basham actually came in and made a sack and made a couple of plays today, so actually proud of him, even though everybody knows how I feel about Boogie Basham. But he came in and made some plays today, so congrats to him. But overall, the New York Giants pretty much dominated this game. Wasn't in fear of losing this game at all, which is a very good sign for this team and a very good sign for the depth of this team, because the starters really didn't play. Malik Neighbors played some snaps and Hyatt played some snaps, but Drew Lock couldn't get him the ball. Looks like he missed Malik Neighbors on a huge pass down the sidelines. Looked like he was open, but he didn't throw it to him. He just ran out the pocket and made a scramble. But overall, I'm very proud of this team. I know it's just preseason game 1, but it's something to build upon, and we're going to continue to build, and we're going to continue to get better. 14-3 was your score. Giants win, man. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that big blue join button, and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. And cop you some merch. I'm not going to tell y'all no more. The New York Giants Full Access merch is in the building. Go copy some New York Giants Full Access merch, and let me know on Twitter. DM me on Twitter showing me your gear, and I can give you a shout out right here on New York Giants Full Access. But until the very next episode, you know what it is, man. Peace.
Hitting the mic, spitting the facts, coming with full access. Big Pat hitting the house with giant tactics. Eli's handoff, rapping the classics. 90s beats, we blast this in New York. Big Blue. Where G-men roam, Super Bowls in the vault, that's the Empire's home. Red, white, and blue, where the legends are grown. Giants full access, this the zone, got the tone.